Hey guys, so we're gonna do a reading. I've had some requests for this one. I know you guys are real curious about the appeal process. I know. There's so much going on with that. The appeal with Amber Heard. Is she gonna do it? Could she even get the appeal? All that. We're gonna go ahead and look at that. You bet. You bet. Let's see if we can predict this one as well. And I'm kind of looking at some uphill battles. I've got a few things I'd like to give input, but let me just talk. Here's an article and stuff. One of the things they're saying is appeals are hard to win. This is in NBC News. Appeals are hard to win, and an appeal is not a new trial, okay, but examines whether a trial was fair and whether any mistakes change the outcome, okay. And I figured this was, I kind of figured, they're going to do this because it looked pretty good, she wasn't going to win, right? You saw it here, okay. It's absolutely a long shot, says Jeff Lewis, a defamation appellate lawyer in Los Angeles. So a lot of attorneys are saying that. One of the big things is apparently she would have to put up the money, some kind of bond, some kind of thing. Money she really doesn't have. I don't see where she would come up with this money. That's one of the big things, and Elaine, Bredenhoff, her attorney, who's going on interviews and just, they should maybe get her for defamation too. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. As a matter of fact, just on that, I did put in the community from Bruce Rivers, an attorney. He's got to react to some of her interviews. You may want to check it out. It's kind of interesting. He personally thinks Amber's not going to appeal, but then he's not a reader, but he is an attorney, okay? And I feel he's kind of looking at the money, the this, that, where's she going to come up with it? I think that's why he's kind of saying that, though. And stuff, and we got, Elaine definitely wants to appeal. And then, of course, she claims she's got excellent grounds for it. Right. Okay. And we've heard her story. Oh, they suppressed evidence. Oh, they did all this stuff that she's saying. Okay. All this stuff. Okay. And just in the comment in the article, appeals are really hard to win statistically speaking. Anywhere between 79% of all appeals result in no change to the judgment. And a lot of stuff, we all observed the trial. Everything seemed, that people got a shot to give whatever evidence they had, okay? And they may possibly bring up things like, hey, there was, TVs in the courtroom, this and that, but the jury was not supposed to be looking at social media. They would have to prove they did. There's so much, and how are they going to do that and all that. And so Lewis said Heard can appeal as a matter of right as long as she files a form within 30 days. So it's got to be done within 30 days of the judgment. He also said appellate process would be very different than the circus that was his trial. Okay, so it's going to be more, it's not going to be televised, obviously, the whole thing. Except, I don't think so. Transcripts are made about court reporter knows all that, everything presented. This is what we're kind of looking at here now. They're gonna just give all their reasons and stuff, and a lot of it really, what it's coming down to is she doesn't have the money, and that's why she's gonna appeal, and nobody likes to lose, but really she can't afford it. This is what I would do if just say, I'm probably more spiritual advisor than legal consultant, though I have read court cases for people, but just to let you guys watch the way I read. I do not give legal advice to people. That is very important. A reader should never do that. Go to your attorney for this, that. I will definitely refer in any kind of area that, but just certain predictions, outcomes, certain things that are coming, maybe that things that they can see so they can make certain decisions, choices, and things is what I try to do. Okay, if I'm going to even take on anybody's court case, I don't take all court cases. But anyway, if I was sitting there as a spiritual advisor to Amber and just kind of my feels on this and the way things have gone, and I would be like, okay, so here's my client, I'm my spiritual advisor, I see your court case, I know I'm reading cards here. What I would say before I would even go into the appeal process, and we will read, if that's even doable here, first, filing appeal, but even if she could even get it, okay, which it really feels long shotty to me, okay, but it could happen. It could happen. Anyway, what I would advise Amber, I would say this. I'd be like, you know what, the way he's got it, he's got the upper hand. He's got the bigger judgment. Okay, he's got the bigger judgment. He can easily pay your $2 million. This is nothing. This is like, here you go. And he can pull it out of his wallet and pay cash if he wants. Okay, he can do it. Okay, you on the other hand are not in that position. You got the losing hand of the cards. Okay, if you were playing poker, your hand is not looking good. So what I would do is I would, maybe get with my attorney, draft up something, and I would agree to something like, hey, if you don't file that judgment against me, I'm not saying Johnny Depp would even do this at this point because he's been, he's been dragged for so long. Okay, but I would say I would get something on paper, talk to my attorney, and I would agree to never speak of him again, to never do any interviews, to never be on Twitter, in an article, news. I would agree to completely cease and desist from any kind of speaking of him again. What the court case, the divorce decree actually said in there. See, that's why she never used his name. In the divorce decree, they were not supposed to talk about each other. Okay, but she broke that. She broke that whole thing, when she did the op-ed. Okay, but that's why she wouldn't use his name. In the divorce decree, that is the way it was. But I would get it in writing, and just kind of solidify even the original divorce decree. But I would agree, I won't, be sketchy. I won't talk about you again. I won't interview with anybody. I won't, I will completely swear an oath to silence here if you just don't file that, take that judgment that you've got the upper hand, and file it against me, and kind of destroy me financially. Okay, that is what I would do if I was Amber Heard, because that's probably all she's got to really offer at this point. And really knowing that Johnny Depp is kind of like, okay, I had my win, I'm good. I just want to be done. I just want to go on my life. I want to go make movies. Or maybe he wants to retire. Maybe he wants to retire on his island, and sip Mai Tais and just, live the life. I don't know. He probably does want to make more movies, so. But now of course Johnny Depp, I'm sure, would really love her to come out with the truth and make a statement that she made it all up. Oh, I know he would love it, but that she's never going to offer that. She can't. It would just, for one thing, she would be, perjury, and there would be charges. There would be so much. She can't do that. But, that is the one thing. If I was going to advise her as a spiritual, if this is my client, and say I'm looking out for her best interest, right? I'm just, okay, not that anybody likes her, but say I'm looking out for her best interest and I want to give her good guidance, I would say that is what I would do. I would, have my lawyer draft up something, and I would make an agreement, a call a truce, basically, that I won't do it anymore. That I will just be silent. I will go on. I will not break this. I know I should have done it in the divorce decree. I should have been silent, in all realms, but I won't talk about it. I won't be, talking about domestic violence and all this. I will just completely cease and desist from any kind of stuff like that. Okay. And that's personally what, would be the best thing in her best interest, to at least try, okay, to do that. I don't feel it's going to happen. But if I was guiding her, that's the guidance I would give her. I would say I would completely agree to that, and maybe, just maybe, he will hold on, just kind of put the judgment in his drawer, and not ever file it, against her, to the point that he would come after her for that money. Okay, except that's just what I would do if I was guiding a client and giving him some kind of spiritual guidance. That maybe just maybe he would find it in his heart to do that. Okay, maybe he would be like, well, I did love her once. Maybe she's a messed up person. Okay, I'll give her, just whatever. That's the guidance I would give. But that's probably not the guidance. Other people are going to give her, maybe even her own attorneys. I'm sure they would like to make more money, but how is their client going to pay them? And stuff. They pay him $6 million or whatever. Where's she going to come up with money? She's got a whole lot of stuff to deal with. What about these pledges she made and everything else, that she promised, money to some charities that she never fulfilled that obligation. It's a whole, I would just hate to be her and stuff. So if you're negative $100 in your bank account right now, and you're really like, oh God, or you got a few fees from the bank the other day, just be glad you're not Amber Heard. Okay, so let's go ahead and check it out. But that's just kind of the guidance I would give if I was, like I said, coming as a spiritual advisor, not a legal person, but just as a spiritual advisor, advising someone how to handle their legal situation. That just, let me know in the comments. Do you think that would be good guidance? I just that's the way I would guide it, because maybe the other party who has the upper hand would not necessarily punish them with all that money, and they could just go about their life, get a job. I don't know what she's going to do for a living at this point. I have no clue but she might want to go back to college or something, just kind of, if she's got any kind of cash in there, maybe go back to college and take another profession, because nobody's going to put her in a movie. Okay, let's check it out. Can we even get the appeal? So, we're going to look at, is it even going to be filed, and could it be granted? all that good stuff. I know, some of you guys are curious. Some of you are exasperated and don't care, but I know a lot of people really do care. So hence, this is why I'm here. And I'm actually a little curious. At first, like I said, at first I wasn't going to do it. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to check it out. Okay. So a whole lot going on. But yeah, check in the community, that YouTube, that Bruce Rivers kind of reacts to. It shows Elaine's interview. And I'm telling you, she could get defamation herself. Okay, if she doesn't stop that. Now, notice Johnny Depp's attorneys are not commenting. They're not doing interviews. They've got reasons for it. And this is probably one of the reasons, is because of the appeal process. Okay? You know, that they know this. They're smart. They know this could happen because she can't afford the money, right? But yeah, that's the guidance I would give her. If any, and really her attorneys should give her that guidance. I just, because you're talking about, this is a serious weapon. Okay, he's got the upper hand. He can easily pay the $2 million. This is not a problem for him. Okay, but she can't. She doesn't have this money. Oh my God! How does somebody mess up their life so badly? Okay. Okay. Yeah, but it's crazy. Okay, so let's kind of see what the cards say. Will they give anything kind of interesting and stuff? Let's check it out. Right about there looks good. Okay, we cut the deck. Very first card and stuff. Let's see. So we got the Six of Cups. That's a pleasure card that can be past, nostalgia, things like that. That kind of energy popping up in here. I also do notice this is a Sun and Scorpio card popping up in here. Now, one of the things they usually said, appeals are normally held within 12 months. So a little Scorpio energy just popping up maybe time. But looking at the Six of Cups, one of the things, as it is kind of a past card, in energy like that. Let me focus on this. It's a little tricky. I know one of the things talk about the past, the relationship, there's good times and definitely bad times and things like that. So one of the things they're going to kind of look at, they're going to look to the past, look to certain things that maybe some past issues were not brought into the court case and things like that. That kind of energy we're going to kind of pop up on. They're going to try to focus on. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at there. But it's like I've got a lot of going into the past energy, okay? As we're kind of looking at that. Maybe some information. Yeah, we got the Two of Swords, the crossing card, the Two of Swords, peace. There's a few things here. One of the things to make a decision to appeal or not to appeal. Okay, that is the question and everything. That's kind of what, and I feel she is in a tough position here. If I focus on Amber Heard's spirit, she's in a tough position here to do this. Just, oh my God, it just drags it on. It's up, and how would I come up with the money, this, that. But if I don't appeal, I got to pay all this money. Very simple thing. This is a hard decision. If I don't take action, I've got this judgment I can't afford it, and sometimes if you've ever had to pay like a credit card, maybe a couple thousand or something, the pain, right? Can you imagine the pain of, this? Well, I guess what would it really be after all is said and done? Really kind of 8,350,000, something like that. Okay, that's a lot of money that she doesn't have. Okay, but if we go through the appeal, so many things that happen, she's got to put up the money, figure that out. That's hard. But then we go through appeal process. We could lose again. What if something happens where, say, a bigger judgment comes after? So many things. You could end up in a worse situation, right? So this is a tough one. She's got to sit on, make a decision. Absolutely tough stuff. But yeah, I feel they're going to, really a lot of this, the whole thing has been about the past relationship. And I feel like a lot of the attorneys are going to say certain things of the past, this, that, were not brought in there. Okay. And that's the big thing. They're going to be saying all that stuff, but no matter what, Ace of Swords, a lot of that, the truth, it stands so strong and powerful and everything. But yes, even the Ace of Swords, she's going to make a choice here also. Okay, one of the swords is chosen, right? And what are we kind of looking at there? Okay, so we've got the Ten of Cups and everything. Let me go ahead and balance. One moment. And that victory that just overlaps and stuff. So let's kind of go ahead and tune in here and stuff. Give me focus. One moment. Okay. what I kind of really feel, and kind of looking at the Chariot is a victory card as well. This is a major Arcana victory card, though. Remember, Johnny Depp had the victory card in the minor Arcana, okay, Six of Wands, but this is the major, so this makes it even more powerful. This is just the way his victory stands overall. Everything there, that is so powerful. I do feel though she is going to somehow be able to get an appeal. Okay, the Ace of Swords is chosen and everything. I've got the Ten of Cups in here, which can be about, the family balance and everything like that. Putting up appearances of certain things, because the Ten of Cups can be about appearances. For example, maybe certain things with, like with the public media and so forth, are initially trying to put up an appearance of the relationship being one way, but behind closed doors, it was another way. That kind of energy I can get from a Ten of Cups, she really wants, get that kind of story out there. But this victory standing overhead and so forth is very concrete, powerful, set in stone. So see, I'm kind of feeling, even if we get this appeal going, I'm having some doubts here with the Chariot overlap and everything, that it would even be granted. Okay, the Chariot actually, if you watch my video, it's only been viewed a little bit. Why the Johnny Depp trial is not a distraction. The victory card is the very first card. Overall, it's a victory in so many ways. It is for Johnny Depp, but also, even there's a whole lot of the power of even, the people and so forth is just backing this, that it was their victory to see Johnny Depp win in so many ways. It became just a phenomenon. So the phenomena of this, is why this is a major arcana at this point, and set in stone. So really being able to appeal with the power of this, the verdict and everything and the victory, I'm finding it far-fetched. She'll even be granted it and stuff. And that's why I'm just like, just like I said, if I was going to guide her, if I was going to give any spiritual guidance, that anyway, if she had a snowball chance in hell of not having to pay that money and stuff, I would say this is what I feel you should do. I would just, get something in writing that you agree you will never, open your mouth about this again. You'll go back to the original divorce decree where you guys weren't supposed to talk about each other, and just stop talking about, all of it. Except you just be so smart to just kind of finish it. I see, there it is, the Ten of Pentacles, the wealth, a 10. It's kind of funny, it's a 10 and 10, and it's about 10 million against her, right? The judgment. But of course, Johnny Depp, of course, has a 2 million stake in there, and everything. That the big thing, it's about the money, period. It's about the money. It's not about, oh, this was wrong in the court, that was wrong in the court. It's about the money. She can't pay it. Okay, they know it. Her team knows it and everything. She got a fair trial. But yeah, she's sitting at the crossroads there. Like I said, we got a lot of twos. What direction to go. But it looks like, Ace of Swords wise, it looks like she's going to choose, the appeal process and everything. But we got that Devil card popping up in there. That kind of energy. All the toxic situation. Remember, the Devil changed the lovers. Okay, we always want to look at that and everything. And we know Johnny Depp has some toxic issues as well. I acknowledged that in my videos. I wasn't like he was a saint or anything. I brought up, second card. He has an addiction problem and various things, and all that stuff. But she obviously, was, she is not some saint that she's been trying to make her out to be. She's been proven on tape that is not the case. She has admitted to abuse. She was very belittling, narcissistic, said very ugly things. So the devil is right there. The devil is right there. The devil's in the details, okay? Let's just face it. So we got that, but it's all about she just can't pay it. That's just what the core issue is, not that the jury was, wrong, or there was any kind of things done wrong. And I feel that, once this kind of gets appealed and so forth and goes forward, they're not going to be able to find any kind of hardcore things went wrong in this trial that they could possibly grant her, another thing. I feel a lot of this really looks like it's been done by the book. And they're going to try to say this was suppressed, that was suppressed, and stuff. And it's like, anything that was suppressed, that judge seems like a pretty good person and stuff, as far as everything going on. She's just the way she seems, energy and certain things she what she'd ever sustain, overrule, whatever, she seemed to be going pretty fair stuff. She didn't really seem to favor one side or the other. I just noticed with the judge. That's just what I'm looking at here. Okay. And so and we got the Queen of Cups energy above. Let me just let that sit for a minute, and I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so actually, no, let me get a clarifier on that. Okay, a couple things here. Okay, so we got the Queen of Cups energy there, and then we've got the art card, which is the patience card, divine timing, and all that stuff. I actually feel that's Elaine. Because that's not an Amber Heard card. I actually feel that there's a whole lot of. Man, there's so much I could say about her journey right now after watching these interviews and stuff. But she's really trying to spin it and everything, to get this, and she's taking this loss hard. She's definitely taking this loss hard, and she's trying to manipulate the public and everything, and we're just not buying it. No matter what she's throwing down, we're not gonna buy it, okay, at this point. But looking at that a temperance card, that's just about patience, divine timing. It makes me feel they're kind of cooking up something, they're working up something and everything with that kind of sitting there. So I'm just gonna let that sit. But yeah, I feel she's really kind of, it just, when I look at it, I feel like she's not giving Amber good advice here. Okay, and she's not helping. If I was going to look at somebody to really help Amber, like I said, what if I was Amber's spiritual guide? Okay, I'd be like, this attorney's not doing you any favors going on TV. She's looking for the limelight for herself at this point. Her 15 minutes of fame, right? Remember TMZ guy? She's not helping you going on interviews and saying all this stuff. She's making your situation worse. You need to tell her to stop talking. That's just me and stuff. But yeah, I actually feel that the Queen of Cups a bit late. She's kind of, I feel she's kind of emotionally butthurt here, with certain things. She's taken things kind of personally, things that people said of her and things like that. So, that's what I kind of feel. But yeah, we got that Fool card kind of popping up in there. Are they going to kind of leap into this and leap into the unknown and all that? But also, let me focus. Spirit's kind of talking about the Fool card. Okay, and I feel this is kind of what Elaine is kind of spinning her attorneys, that the jury was fooled, that everybody was fooled. Fooled. Johnny Depp fooled them all. This kind of thing. And she did get a fair trial and so forth. And she's going to come up why. So really, and this is the narrative that they're going to try to, spin to get that appeal. Okay, that everybody was fooled. Okay, that kind of thing. So that makes sense and stuff. So that's what Spirit's like. Yes. Okay, so let's kind of go ahead and let's kind of focus on Amber's feelings here. I'm going to get a focus on her feelings and emotions here. What's going on? Okay, oh, God. I stepped on a bee. I know the dog did, but I'm just saying I stepped on a bee. And the reason why, let me just show you. I'm going to pull up for this one. She stepped on a bee. That's why I was joking. She got the Ruin card in her position. And that's why I was tripping out. I was like, oh, shit. How's she feeling? Feelings, emotions, not good at all. The Ruin card. And it's just the worst that could possibly happen. Okay, and so she's been ruined. So this, like I said, my tarot does not mess around, guys. That's why subscribe, tune in. My tarot does not mess around, especially when I pull the Thoth deck out. It's so blunt, it's so blatant, and that's one of the things I love it. Though I do have many decks surrounding me, just so you know, I don't always read Thoth, but a lot of times for stuff like this I will. But yeah, that Ruin card, that's the way she feels it, but I don't know. Just like when I kind of tune into her core, when I'm just trying to feel that core, that she could accept responsibility that she did this to herself. That I think even beyond closed doors, she's still trying to sell that she is a victim in her own mind, okay, of various things. Okay, that she has not grasped it. Because if she opens that door and goes into that area of taking responsibility, right, then it would just be devastating to her. Okay, so it's almost like she can't go there. She's just having a hell of a time going there. Oh, but yeah, she's aware yet not aware. I guess is the best. It's hard to explain there, but just to go into that area, and stuff. She's spinning this story so much. She just refuses to believe that she's the bad guy in this story. But yeah, Ruin, this is the way she feels. 10, remember the 10 million, right? There it is. How am I going to pay this back? My career is over. I just don't know what I could possibly do at this point. She did this to herself. Just like what I was saying in one of my other videos, she demonized herself. Elaine is trying to spin the story that, social media demonized her, everybody demonized her. She did it to herself. We observed, we, listened to the evidence and everything like that, saw her tripped up in so many lies, saw her lying to the jury, saw her lying to us and everything. Just, like I said, and it's just like, Bruce, if you look at that video, check it out. It's pretty good. It's a community, one of the things he was saying, if you lie about one thing, a lot of times a jury is going to find it hard to believe that other things you say are true. That's just the way it is. It's if they catch you in one thing, okay, it's going to be real hard to believe the rest of your story. Okay, and stuff. Where Johnny Depp, even with the drug things, he didn't try to deny. Obviously he drank a mega pint, right? He didn't try to deny certain things and stuff. He knew he had a problem. He admitted to taking certain things, and he knew he had to. If he tried to deny he ever did anything, the jury would probably have a hard time believing him. Okay, and stuff. That was the thing. But yeah, she got the ruin card, man, in her position. Like I said, I'm just her feelings, her emotion, everything. She just feel the worst has happened. The worst that could possibly happen has happened. Okay, and stuff. It didn't have to be this way. I mean, she could have just did her divorce, whatever, 7 million, okay. Not do this whole thing for charity, okay, and act like you're gonna give it when you're not. Just went away with 7 million. They do their divorce. They part ways very quietly. She could have made her movies. Not spin all these tales about Johnny Depp. She could have been in Aquaman. She could have gone on, maybe had, a halfway decent career. Maybe could have done something with herself, right? She could have been the next biggest thing if she had not tried to put him down. But what can we do? Past is past, right? And everything. We just gonna have to kick ourselves right now that we didn't do that. All right, let's get back to it. But yeah, that's crazy. I had to talk about that. The ruined card. Yeah, that's hell. That's hell. I hear you. That's a tough one. And stuff. So let's kind of look at the environment. The environment, I kind of feel just kind of, really the people, the public, and everything. Let's just kind of look at that. Queen of Swords. A Queen of Swords. Who do we know the Queen of Swords is? For those who follow me, that's been Camille. Okay, that a lot of people, she really helped. We got both attorneys in here. We've got Elaine. She's got that Queen of Cups energy. Okay, and stuff. But the Queen of Swords really, Camille. A lot of people feel that she was really good at presenting certain arguments, to the truth and everything like that. And hey, let's give Ben credit too. But she did. Camille, when she got up there, I mean, she really kind of showed us what was up, okay? And what we were kind of seeing, and even when we were just kind of feeling out everything, certain things just really clicked and made sense, okay? Which it was just there. So, and I feel a lot of it when, say, this appeal goes, because it looks like, I feel somehow she's going to be able to get this appeal at least going, okay? And that, her handling of the case, arguments and everything is really what's going to be that probably is going to stop this appeal for request from even going all the way that Amber is granted one. Okay, so far I'm not feeling that it can be granted. But that's what we're going to look at. But Camille is the real powerhouse of the story here. She really is. That's why her card is showing. That her arguments were so solid and everything. That's just the way it is. And remember, the hopes and fears. I know this is Amber's fear. I told you about the gain card for Johnny. That was in his position very first read. He's gained back so much. It's not all about the money, though. This can be a money card, okay? But his reputation and everything. This does not happen very often, guys. This is not something that happens very often, but he managed to pull it off. It's amazing that it happened, but that's, kind of Amber's, fear that he was able to do that, and that's just the way it is. Outcome card, what do we got? Eight of Wands. So let's kind of look at that. Okay, that is kind of the swiftness card and everything. Looking at that, let me kind of tune into that energy. I want to really focus 8 of Wands. I'm not going to pull a clarifier for that. I really think that what a lot of the 8 of Wands is kind of saying, we've got that momentum that everything is just kind of taken off with a certain kind of energy. I don't see that the trajectory of the momentum of the way everything is going being able to be stopped by any kind of appeal. I feel is what Spirit's kind of saying. That nothing's going to stop that momentum from going. Okay, that kind of energy. The way the energy. Oh, I'm scratched up from my from my boyfriend's getting there. I was just like, ooh, that looks gross. But yeah, the way the momentum is going and everything like that, that I don't think that they can stop this and kind of turn it or anything like that. It's just not going to happen. It's just meant to go this way. It's meant to go with this energetic boost and everything the way it is. But let's go ahead and we'll pull some Kipper and all that stuff. But yeah, the rune card is very powerful, man. Just like when I'm tuning, there's so many mistakes made. I just stop. She could have, if she would have, like I said, if she would have just kind of, they get the divorce, part ways, not talk about each other, don't do all this drama. Why bring in all this drama? And I'm sure he would have granted, here's, whatever chunk he would have agreed on, and everything. Take it, go on, maybe have a career, and everything, like a lot of people do. But this was crazy and so forth. Let's kind of go ahead and look at that. Yeah, there we go. It's stuff. So we've got that expectation card. I'm actually kind of feeling that in the sense that I feel many people expected, this to happen, where there'd be appeal. But we got that false person. That's what it comes down to. And we had that for her before, that she's just being a false person, in this case and stuff. The jury saw it. The public saw it. I know the mainstream media does not want to tell you that. Okay, because what they did with Johnny Depp for a very long time and stuff. They're probably kicking themselves that the truth came out. That's just the way it is. And stuff. And everything. And yeah, that unexpected income. I don't understand what could even have been in her mind that she thought Johnny would lose. So I feel I feel like she's kind of shocked that he won. I think she's kind of, I think maybe further in the trial, okay, when she got further in, okay, she got nervous, but I feel like going in the beginning, she was confident that she would win. I just kind of feel that. I feel that she kind of felt that she feels she's real smart, she's a good liar, and she could fool everybody. That's what I think. That just my impression and stuff. But yeah, we got that sudden wealth card. You see, there it is. Johnny Depp's got the upper hand there. Okay, it was quick, well, big judgment and everything like that. All that money. It's all about the money, guys. It's not about that the trial wasn't fair. There's nothing wrong with it. It's all because she can't pay, period. Okay, everything is coming up with that. And a lot of people had a lot of thoughts, on this kind of situation. See how that man's kind of scrutinizing. Everybody has, their feels. And I feel that that's one of the things, Lady's going to kind of bring it. She's going to try to say social media, this, that. But like I said, the jury was not supposed to look at it. And you know what? I actually believe a lot of them did not. I'm pretty sure, just the way it is and stuff. And we got that main female popping up in there. Let's kind of go ahead and look. Just really, obviously, the lovers. It was all about the relationship. But yeah, just kind of looking at it so far. A lot of that and stuff. And I've got the child card. I was kind of what I was thinking, she's got a baby now. Maybe she needs to focus on, with her child and everything and just kind of do that. So just kind of how I feel. I do feel a filing, but looking at the Ace of Wands, or excuse me, the Eight of Wands, just the momentum, the way it's picked up, how strong of a force it is, how strong of an energy, I'm just not seeing she'll be granted an appeal. Okay, I'm just not, I would be very hard-pressed, shocked that she could be granted an appeal. And see, even in the environment, because one of the things they would have, go explain, except, and then once again, it's going to be Elaine versus Camille, right? That's what it's going to come down to. And Elaine is, Camille is just so much better of an attorney, and she has the truth on her side. Okay, she has so much of the truth on her side, and she's just better at this. One, you got the truth on your side, and two, you're just real good speaker and stuff. Good attorney and stuff. And seeing her in the environment, we're going to run out of power soon. Seeing her in the environment situation, I feel that is going to be one of the big things that whatever I do. So I do feel we get it filed somehow. How she's gonna, maybe that's part of that sudden wealth, unexpected income. Maybe also what Spirit could be saying. I just clicked in. Maybe that someone's gonna give her the money. Okay, to be able to post the bond, to be able to even appeal. Okay, so that could be also what the money's saying. Just saying that could be a little bit what's happening there. And so I don't know if Elon would help her. I personally don't know. You know, I don't know what that relationship is all about at this point. I'm not necessarily getting Elon Musk vibe. I guess I could pull. Who? How would she get the money to post the bomb? Because she don't have it. Well, the high priestess can be the secretive. I've got the empress here, so I actually feel yeah, I actually feel with the Empress energy, I know I feel it's kind of a secretive thing here because the High Priestess can be about secrets. So maybe that it would not be, how do I put it? It would not be publicized how she gets the money, but I feel with the Empress energy, it could be a woman's kind of movement kind of thing that possibly if some people that support her could possibly help her with that. Just maybe kind of feel it because we've got the high priestess and the empress, which could be women and then also be secretive about it. That maybe on the down low, some kind of, women's type of group possibly would be able to give her the money, which would make her very happy. The happiness card to get your wish. Okay. In the sense that you would be able to come up with the money. So it's a possibility there could be something like that. So I'm not feeling Elon gives her the money. Okay. So very interesting stuff. So I do feel a request. I'm not feeling a grant of an appeal. So I feel somehow we're able to file. Okay, so far it does look like that. And maybe, like I said, maybe the unexpected income or this thing, that kind of makes me feel some kind of, maybe somebody puts the money in there that she could post a bond in some way and be able to do it. So I know Bruce is saying he doesn't think she's going to appeal at all, but I feel she almost feels hard pressed that she has to try because she can't afford the bill. But I feel somebody might be able to help her, put some money up. And it almost feels like maybe some kind of woman organization or something like that. Maybe the ACLU, because remember they said she was they had made her like some kind of women's right ambassador or something like that. Let me look that up so I get that correct. Hold on. Oh, my phone's about to die. Hopefully I can find it before it dies. Oh, why does this always happen to me? I need to be prepared. Okay. ACLU and Amber Heard and ambassador. I'm trying to find, what did they make her? Yeah, she's some kind of ambassador, but I'm trying to find... Hopefully this one tells me. Yeah, she's some kind of artist ambassador. Okay, ACLU has an artist ambassador program. Okay. But I know they made her some kind of for women or something. Yeah, so that's what it is. So she's some kind of ACLU artist ambassador and everything. So I do wonder, yeah, so some kind, I do feel though, maybe some kind, it could be a women's organization, maybe ACLU, but I feel some org, okay, may actually, she may get with, or they get with her. I feel they may be very quiet down low because the high priestess energy there's a lot of feminine energy there that they may actually help her post a bond. Myself, that's something that I'm kind of feeling myself, which would be very, very interesting. I wonder if it would come out though. I wonder if it would come out, but it's got a little secretive thing there. Like I said, the high priestess can represent that. So we'll go and check it out. But yeah, so I'm kind of feeling, I feel we actually can file it somehow, some way. It looks like we're able to file, but I'm feeling that momentum, that the energy that's going, with the wind and all that stuff. I don't see anything being able to stop it, and I feel that's what the Eight of Wands is telling me. All right, hope this helps.